Hey everybody, we're here at Grant Larson Productions with Black & Ginger's Carly Larson, owner and production designer. How you doing, Carly?
Great.
Even here in Los Angeles, all year round, we're recreating winter, and there's so many different ways to showcase winter scenes, snow scenes, or even just atmospheric. So why don't you introduce us to a couple of the many different types of artificial snow?
Okay. Well, there are tons of different kinds of snow, depending on what you want to do, what your shot is, if it's action or it's just like static. You'll pick different types of snow. Certain types cover different materials better, and you kind of narrow it down from there. Typically, you'll have multiple different kinds on set. You won't just be walking with one or two. You'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 different kinds. One that everybody's probably familiar with is the snow blanket. People normally use them for Christmas villages. We use them for ground cover. This is a very fluffy type of snow blanket. Something like this is great if you're trying to just do a quick cover. You don't have a lot of turnaround time. Okay, let's put this on and then use this as a filler type thing. And then you'll typically sprinkle or spray or do falling snow in a mixture with that to give it more texture, because they're not meant for close-up shots. This is all meant to be underfoot, in the background, soft focus, that type of thing. This is great if you're doing a lot of snowfall or if you're doing flake on top of it. Afterwards, you take the blankets and you roll it up so that you contain a lot of the fluid and or stuff that you've now put into the blanket.
We've established our ground covering and sort of our in the background thing. What's the next element that you introduce?
So the next step is Flake Snow. There's hundreds of different kinds. One of the most common ones is like a starch base, which most of the industry is getting out of now. Right now it's dated, and it also can leave a location in a pretty difficult cleaning spot.
So what are a few that you have to show us here?
I've got 2 different types of plastic flake. You've got a coarser one, which if you see it and feel it, will do.
Oh yeah.
Very much like plastic bag material. And then you've got a finer type one. It falls really nicely. They're used in theater and on set. I highly recommend that you just use them inside. They are plastic and they're not good for the environment. Then we have this, which is a polysorb. This is a polysorb 1. They make a 1.5 and a 2 as well. It absorbs water, so you add water to it, and it just comes as a powder.
Feels kind of like slime a little.
It feels kind of like slime. The more water you add to it, the slushier it gets. So you can get a really great variation. It's great for insert shots. It dirties really well if you want that kind of look. It's great for around cars and on doorways, kicking off boots, all sorts of things like that. Another specialty one is mica flake, which is literally mica the mineral, but it creates the glisten. So if you put it on like a snow blanket, it'll just create that glisten. If you want that very romantic, hallmarky vibe, you do this in front of the camera, like right in front of the...
So what are other ways that you can make an environment feel like a winter wonderland?
People love to actually see the icicles. They love to see the snow on the windows. The way that we normally address those is with spray-based products. So I have 3 here that are specific to snow. Depending on the material you spray it on, will change how it reacts. So if you notice here and up here, it gets sort of a cracked effect after a while. That is this Snow Blow product. It's nice because it really creates the snow texture, especially like wind-blown wet snow after a snowstorm. This is more of a whitening powder effect. It's more of like, after a nice snowfall type of look. It's the Snow Frost. It's not quite a frost, it's definitely a coat. One of my favorite sprays to use is the Crystal Ice Spray, and it does this crackling texture. You spray it, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and it will grow ice crystals. It's really fantastic.
We've covered our ground, we've covered our glass and windows and maybe wood siding. We've created the atmosphere, but it's that falling snow effect that everyone loves. What's recommended for doing that?
Okay, well, once again, it's kind of an indoor-outdoor scenario. You'll get things where we mentioned tumblers and using a flake-based material, but you'll also use a fluid-based material, which will work similar to a fog machine. You can get them in all different sizes, and you can also get the fluid in different types of viscosities. We have one bottle here. This one's called Blizzard in a Bottle. Depending on the type of effect you want, is a different type of fluid. A lot of people will make their own fluid. A lot of them are soap-based or Castile-based product, which makes them really easy to clean up if used correctly. They're also tend to be more environmentally friendly than using a flake-based.
Amazing. So it really sounds like it's a multi-layered, multi-step process to create that winter wonderland. And the best thing to do is to plan it out, talk it out, and find the different combination of ground covering, decor, details, flake to set your scene.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Carly. This was so cool looking at all these different techniques and different types of fake snow. Please go home, try it out, or call us and we'll help you try it out. And stay tuned for more industry savvy tips. Make your 2020 a winter wonderland.